Good morning, my friends. It's a cold one this morning. It's the very end of November. Well, welcome to episode or part 13 of the mini house build here, the tiny house. And I'm going to be working on the inside of the house today. And since I did the electrical box on the outside, I'm going to put in my basic wiring and all my electrical boxes. And to do that, I had to try to figure out what where my cabinets are going to be located and the size of my cabinets. So I went ahead and dug through all of my cabinetry, and I came up with a real big surprise here. I'll show you guys. Well, I got a little bit of cleanup work to do in here, but this is what I found. I found an old cabinet here, and it has no drawers or doors on it. It never had them put on it. It was never finished. Something that I had just laying around. It's all hand built out of 3/4 inch plywood, and it has a fascia on it that's made out of pine. Just a really sturdy, heavy cabinet. And I cut it down at the bottom there. See it right there? I notched it for the fender well, and so it would fit up flush against the wall. But that is going to be the sink cabinet, and it's going to be right in front of the window. And what I planned on doing here is put an L-shaped counter in here. But I needed upper cabinets for that, and I wanted to put cabinets on this wall and this wall. But when I went on the other side there, I had some used cabinets, and they came out of my son's house, and it was like a 50s contemporary type of little bungalow house, you know, like a beach cabin. And it had an opening cut above the countertop, you know, where you could pass food into the living room. Well, we took the cabinets out of that, and they were short cabinets. They're only 24 inches tall. And guess what? It just worked perfect in here. See, my countertop's going to be right about there. And that's going to leave me about 22 inches underneath this cabinet. And worked out perfect. They're 14 inches deep. And this one here sticks out a little bit. Right here. I'm going to flush those up. I just have one screw put in each one of them just to hold it up in place right now, just so we can get the basic idea. But they're nice cabinets. You've already been in there. You already know. So I also had another one here, and it fits behind the door real nice. See, the door open completely. You'll get full swing on the door. But what I plan on doing is putting this one up here. So it'll be, you know, right across from these. Then underneath that, I was going to build a shelving all the way down there, possibly a closet, then a shoe rack. By the front door, put our coats in and things like that. So that's an idea. And this little cabinet is the sister to this one over here. And whoever built this had put nice full length slides in it. See, it's got the good ones in it. Very sturdy. And so it's got 2 drawers in it already. But it has no doors on it down there. It's never been put in. And as you can see, I'm going to need to clean them up a little bit. But this one's built exactly the same way with a 3/4 inch plywood. And it's good. It's either marine grade or cabinet grade plywood. You can tell by the way it's built. And it has no gaps in it, see? There's no spacers in it. It's all solid. That's a good quality plywood right there. You have no air gaps in there. So this one's built the same way. It's got the good quality plywood. So these are 2 really sturdy little cabinets. I thought I would put I'm going to put an induction hot plate here, and it's going to run off a 120 volt on a plug on the wall there. I'm going to put a 4-gang plug in here, and I'll be able to plug several different things into that. And I'm also going to put a plug up on the wall here too, because right above this induction cooktop is going to be a shelf here, which is underneath it's going to hold the the fan. I got a 30-inch ventless fan, and on top of that's going to be a little cubby for a microwave, so or possibly a convection oven. Depends what I can find cheap. I'm going to look on Craigslist and stuff, try to find me a used one, something that's good. But that'll be the whole kitchen. Yeah, so it'll be from right here, over here, around here, then back over to this window. And I need to only build just a little area right here to cover where the water heater is going to go, because the water heater is going to go right there. And the mini fridge is going to go right in here. And I'm going to build a special cabinet for that too. So I also have to come in here and those walls there for the bathroom, it's going to have a wall here, and over here by the shower pan, it's going to have another wall come up, and I'm going to have to build those two walls. I'm going to remove this table and clean up all this mess here before I start. And then I have to put the support up in here for the sliding door track, which will be going from here to here, and the sliding door is going to open this way. And it's going to be the same door as that is right there. I've got another one, or actually I've got like 8 of them. So I thought I would go ahead and put one of those right there in front of the bathroom door. And I'm going to go ahead and put the fan in up here, and I'm going to put the electrical box over here. I'm going to put the blocking in for putting the sink in. And up there I've got to put in my electrical boxes, because I'm going to put 2 over here, and I'm going to put some little sconce type lighting up there on one wall, and that wall's not going to get anything up there. I'm going to leave it without anything in it. Yeah, I got some plans here, so if you guys want to follow me along here, I'll show you what I'm doing as we go. Well, I got the water heater box in. That's the one on the bottom down there. And the other box is just a junction box. And it's going to run up here, come across to that, that's going to be a kitchen receptacle right there. And it'll have a GFI on there. And this one here will run behind it, so it'll also be ground fault protected. Then it's going to run up here and go behind the cabinet. Since I had to notch this, I wanted it behind the cabinet where nothing will nail into it. I'm also going to put a plate over this to, to keep it from getting any nails in it. So that runs over here, comes down to another plug, which will still be ground fault protected because it's ran through this one over here. They're running in a series here. Then it's going to run over here and come down to a double light switch. This one's going to run the kitchen lights. This one's going to run the porch light, which is right there. I've got a box in for it. I'll show it to you outside here. I haven't got the wire in it yet. So that's what I've got done so far this morning. And I've figured out a lot of other things too, just doing measuring around and dealing with stuff. I've got quite a mess going on here right now. Oh, I got these boxes put in here too. That's going to be a duplex plug. It'll be two plugs there. Then I'm going to have just a regular plug there. And I was planning for the bathroom here, and it's going to have a plug right there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put like a flush mount can light right here, right in front of the mirror, and the sink will be right here. That way I won't have a hard time getting through these walls, because I've doubled up these 2x6s up here, and there's no way for me to come from the ceiling down through the wall without mangling the thing real bad. And I want those in there for strength. And yeah, so this one here, I've got to build these walls here now for the bathroom, this one and this one. And the power will be coming up the wall here. It'll come over here, and there'll be a switch right here on the outside, or on the inside, I'm not sure. one or the other. And that's going to go ahead and run that that can light that's going to be up there. And the only place I can find to put a fan in is right here. And you can see that circle right there. That's where it'll be going out. I really don't want to do this. This is not my favorite spot to do this in, but my walls are too thin. I need a 2x4 wall to put a can into the wall. And then getting it wired is another story. I'm gonna have to get inventive just to get this thing wired. So yeah, lots of stuff to think about. But I'm proceeding here. Hey guys, I made a little progress. I widened the bathroom doorway, and I built the bathroom walls, and put some blocking in, and a header, and yeah, I got a little bit done. Let me show you what I got going on. So I've got the bathroom wall near the toilet. That's the doorway, and this is the wall for the shower. Light's a little bad back here, but I built this blocking in right here. That way I have a corner, and I also on the outside added some pieces of wood in here, just some scrap I had, and I built a corner for right here for this wall, and this wall can intersect into a corner. So I've also well, let's start where I started. I come up out of the floor, I put a box in right there, and I wired over here for the bathroom light. Then I went up and through the top of the header and came out on the other side, come down to these two plugs on the bathroom wall. This one will be near the sink. Oh, I put the sink blocking in too right there. That's where the sink's going to be mounted up against. And that one there is going to be another plug, because I'm going to have a shelf above the toilet, and I want a place to, you know, charge up toothbrushes or whatever like that. So then I put the two outside plugs on here. I got one here and one there, and I added another one right here. I came up and put one up high here in case this wall ends up getting a TV or something like that. I'm really thinking about building another Murphy style bed here, something that'll fold up into maybe a little desk or something, or fold up into a couch. I'm not sure. This side's going to get a permanent bed here, because this is going to end up having a drain pipe run over here and out. I explained that on one of my earlier videos because the piping wouldn't fit from under the sink here. It wouldn't fit underneath the trailer because there's a big beam under there and the axles. So everything was getting in the way. So I have to run that one drain pipe on the inside here. But it's going to go down there, and it's going to have a little box built around it, and it's going to get foamed inside of it. And yeah, I did it again. I got another Mickey Mouse Band-Aid on. Always something, huh? I'm bleeding for you guys. So, that's where I'm at right now. We got a little visitor in here, checking things out. Hi, baby. Hey, pretty girl. First time she's been in here, she's all curious. What are you doing? Supposed to climb that ladder. It's too steep though. Yeah, she's checking it all out. She sure tamed up a lot. She was so wild. She's sure lovable too. She's skittish though. If I just shuffled my feet, she'd be out of here like a bolt. Old Ruby Doo, my other kitty, he was I could run saws next to him and everything. Matter of fact, when I was building the bus out there, he was laying in a chair sleeping while I was drilling in panels. Things just didn't bother him. Yep, she's had enough. She heard me talking. Yep, she's gone. There's the old bus. It's just sitting there. I'm still saving up funds to go take and work on it a little bit. Hey, there she is. What you doing, baby? Get it? Come back. Come on. Come on. No, she's done with me. Well, guys, I had to buy him a little bit more wire. I was going to buy a little short roll because I was only about 25 or 30 feet short. But they were ripping us off so bad on that, I bought the big roll. I could buy this at 62 cents a foot. And the short rolls were almost double that. They're just charging you more because you're buying less, I guess. So I bought the big one. Hell, there might be a second house on the works or something. So I went ahead and finished up over here. I had too many wires coming into this box here, so I put a junction box in the bottom because this wire was a little short anyway. So I'm going to make a junction there, then I'm going to run the hot up to this. And that'll keep one less wire out of this upper box and make things a little more manageable. I've got this box all wired in now. It goes up here and it goes across and over here to where the light is going to be above the sink right here. And you can see I've cut the hole for the fan. I really didn't want to do that, but it's pretty sturdy there. Look how thick that wood is there. That's it's pretty darn thick wood there. But I fixed up this corner here, put a nail guard on it so it wouldn't have any problems. And I had to shim a board down here so I would have room to get the wires past this and up here. So it's going to have a little bump down on the ceiling right here. But that's okay. You know, you got to do what you got to do. And what else have I been doing? Oh, yeah. I put nailers above the wires here to keep me from poking through when I'm nailing on whatever interior trim I'm putting on here, whether it be sheetrock or I think I'm going to put 1x6s in here. I'm not sure yet. Got this all wired in now. And I still have to wire behind where the stove is and the little plug that's down, the outside plug out down there, but I put the nail guards on in here too. Make sure we don't have any problems with nails poking through the wires. So right now what I'm going to do is I've got this little housing here. It's got a little flapper valve inside of it. This vent tube has got to go in now. So I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to put some sealant on this and screw it to the outside wall. And I'll take you along for that. Okay, I've sealed around the hole and I sealed around the vent tube. So I'm going to go ahead and oh, that's good. That's a nice tight fit there. Oops, I'm sorry. So I'm going to push that up there like that. And that's going to be for the bathroom fan. It'll vent outside. It's got a little flapper valve to keep the air from coming back in. And it also has one in the tube on the fan itself, the tube that this one hooks to. So I'm going to throw some screws in this. I'll be right back with you, okay? Well, there we have it. A nice little fan vent in there. It's all sealed up around the edges too. I even filled that little gap right in there. So I'm going to go inside and see what that looks like. Grab my tools. There's the fan box. It's got to go in there. And that end there will hook to that tube. There's the tube. Get this debris off of here. Don't want that causing me a problem later. All right, I think I'm going to put this fan box in next. So that's the plan. Well, this is the fan that's going in there. It has a light in the middle of it. You can see right there. And yeah, there's the light box right there for it. But I'll show you where it's at now. It's in this bathroom. There's a toilet. You go right up here and it's right above it. And there's the housing for it. There's the tube. It's a tight fit. It's snugged right up onto it. And out the wall it goes. I'm going to clean this up here. I'm going to run a bead of sealant around this hole right here just to make sure it's not leaking from the outside, but just a little double safety there. But yeah, that's a good solid install. That'll work really well. So you got the window to vent, and you have this to vent if you want to, you know, not have the window open. And the shower, I'm not putting anything inside of it. I'm not even going to put a light up here. The light's going to be right here, right above the sink, because the sink's going to be right there. Okay. And this is what I bought to put above the sink. I mean the bathroom sink. Oops. It's just a flush mount. You don't have to put a box in or anything. I'll just cut me a 6-inch hole. I've got a hole saw for that already. And mount this LED right above the sink. And that was only $14. So yeah, I think I'm into this building right now right about $800, you know, of money that I've had to spend out of pocket. You know, I'm talking about for fasteners and staples, $152 worth of wiring right there. Yeah, about $800 so far. That's not too bad for having a little house that's almost complete. The only other real expense I can see here is putting the roofing on it. I'm going to have to buy some roofing. I'm starting to think that I'm going to shingle the place. I looked at metal roofing and it's way too expensive. I've got some old Ondura roofing outside. I was thinking about just cutting it into like 2-foot sections and make big tiles and put them up there. But I looked at the stuff and it's pretty rough. I had it in my old cabin and it's really, really beat up. And I don't know, I got some decisions to make. Well, we've got a little bit of a cleanup to do here. I'll see you guys in a minute. Well, I've been up here pulling some wire up in that corner there, put it in the wall, and I brought it across to here. Right there's going to be one plug in that wall. I'm going to come up over the top here and come down this wall, and I'm going to put a plug over here because there's going to be a nightstand there, and a plug over there where there'll be a nightstand. And right in the middle here is going to be a queen-sized bed right here. And the footboard here where that wire comes through the floor, I'm going to build a little shelf, goes all the way across here. It's going to have cubby storage in the bottom of it, and it's going to be a good shelf maybe to put a TV stand on or some decorations, whatever. And this wall's just going to be blank over here. And this thing has got my back hurting a little bit, so I think I'm going to call it a day on this. So I think that's going to be the end on this video. I think we've got about 22 to 24 minutes of footage here, and I don't want to run it any longer than that. And we'll just have to move on in the next video. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm sure it's going to be something interesting. Well, thank you guys so much for coming along with me here, and I'll catch you on the next video, all right? Thanks. Bye-bye.